STEM at home. I have really enjoyed spending time with you here, remote learning from my house to yours. We have really had quite a time learning about STEM and different projects you can do at home. I want to remind you that you are creative and innovative and that you have endless possibilities of what you can create and come up with. You guys are the world changers of tomorrow and of today. So I was thinking about, we've been remote learning for a while now, and there were things that I love about it, and there are some things that I wish I could change. So what a perfect opportunity for STEM at home to do a little imagining, creating, and improving on our remote learning. So remember, we're using the design thinking process, and we start with imagining. So what I want you guys to do today with me is to imagine what the best remote learning situation and site would be. Because today in STEM, you get a chance to create your dream remote learning place, okay? So let's think about all of the things, now that we have done remote learning for a while now, of what we would like to see to be different and what we would like to keep the same. What are some things that you like about remote learning and your remote learning space? Here at my house, I like that I can go from room to room. I can sit on my couch and work. I can sit on my wobble chair. I've got a wobble chair here. I can even sit on my bed and work. I know that when I meet with my students in Google Meet, sometimes my kids are on their beds, comfy and cozy with their stuffed animals. I also like that I get to have my dog Zoe come in and meet my students and work with them as well, because she always makes me feel good to be around. So there's a lot of things in my home learning situation or site that I really have enjoyed. So I would probably incorporate some of that in my perfect remote learning home or situation, place. So I think I like that I have comfy chairs and spots, and that I can move around from place to place. Is that something that you like as well? So what we're going to do is we're going to create your dream remote learning home or remote learning place, okay? And because you are creating it, with the only limit is your imagination. So it could have anything. I might have my remote learning place, because I love nature, be up in a big tree house. And I like seeing the stars at night. So maybe it would have like a window or a ceiling that opens up, and then I can close it up if I don't want the bugs, but so I can see the stars really good at night, maybe with a big telescope sticking out. What are some things that have been difficult as you're brainstorming and planning with your remote learning that you would like to improve on? For me, we didn't have enough computers in my house, and sometimes we didn't have a strong enough internet connection. So I would definitely want a couple computers, maybe like home-based and a few other ones. I would want a really strong internet connection. When my class is meeting, I want to be able to have a good camera, maybe with some props. So there's all sorts of fun things that I think about, that some things didn't go so well during remote learning that I would improve on in my dream space, and some things I would kind of keep the same. And again, you have no boundaries, no limit to what you can or can't have in your dream remote learning space. So you're going to plan it out. You can even interview your teachers or your classmates this last week and ask them what they would want to have in their dream remote learning space. And then to create it, you could sketch it out and draw it. One of my favorite things to do is to draw on cardboard. I love cardboard because it's nice and thick. I like the fact that it looks recycled, so I usually don't totally cover up the cardboard. I keep some of it showing. So here, for example, was a cardboard box, and I cut a piece aside of the cardboard box, and I drew a llama corn on it, and then I colored the lines in marker, but then I just lightly colored it in colored pencil so that you could still see the cardboard look of it. This is our class mascot, a llama corn. And then on the back, when I get to see my kids again maybe next year, I'm going to have them all sign it as something to hold on to. So I love using cardboard. I love the way it looks. I like recycling and reusing materials. I love using materials in a different way. So instead of it just being a cardboard box, I think, what are all the things it could be? So this is a fun time to be creative. So you could create things out of cardboard boxes. I have in my house, I have some pipe cleaners. So that's always a fun thing because they twist and the wire inside the pipe cleaner stays and holds its shape. I usually would buy these at like a dollar store kind of place. So those are always fun to use in STEM projects. I also like using straws. I have different shaped straws. These are ones, my kids love smoothies, so we have smoothie straws in my house. So these are always fun to use for columns, to hold up support of walls or whatever. Toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls are always a go-to. They're usually around to save them instead of throwing them away, and you can make things. But you could also draw your dream remote learning space. And it's fun to think about, if you had no limit on what you could have, what would you put in there? But this is a unique situation. You guys are the first ones to have had to go to remote learning, and you guys have done such a great job with it. And now I want to know what you would have in your space. And what's interesting is maybe when we go back to school, we could have some of those things in our classroom. How can we incorporate comfortable seating or being able to move around? How can we incorporate having some different options of things? And maybe can we do videos? So I think that even when we're not remote learning, some of your ideas can be shared with your teachers to make school better and make the world a better place. So even though you are creating this dream remote learning space for you, share it with others. Share it to your Google Classroom, to your teachers, to your classmates, and maybe they will get some ideas of things that they can improve upon. And again, stretch the limits of your imagination. Think of everything you would love to have, and think of the different times of day. Think about what you normally do during a day of remote learning. Do you meet with your class online? Do you go outside and do some work? Do you sit and do some work on paper? How could it be even better? I know I would have some things outside. I like the idea of a treehouse, but I also kind of like the idea of something out in like a field with flowers. And again, no limits, so I would have computers and technology and all that out there with me. I can't wait to see what you design and create. Whether you draw it out, you create it 3D with cardboard or other different recyclables, I want to see what you create, and definitely share it with your class. Your teachers can share it with me as well. And thanks for coming and studying and learning and being amazing scientists, mathematicians, engineers, and world changers. You guys are amazing. Keep up the hard work, and I'll see you next time. Bye!